afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen. So today, for this webinar, I'll be going through a production family. And today demonstration, we will be using Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central version 180. And in short, I will call it BC throughout my demonstration today. And also please note that this session will be recorded. Okay, before I start, let me first introduce myself. My name is Derrick. I'm a functional consultant in CRT Insight Technology. My job involves understanding clients' business processes, determining their needs, configuring applications such as Business Central in alignment with the business, and ensuring the usability and smooth transition into their new system. So before I joined CRT, I was in multiple manufacturing environments, heading the operation for various companies. I was given the opportunity to manage manufacturing sites across the region in countries such as Malaysia, China, Indonesia, and of course, Singapore. All these experiences that I gained helped me to actually relate and understand the operations and the needs for manufacturing clients. We all understand that every company and organization operates differently. This is where my experiences that comes into play to provide solutions and work around for our customers. Okay. So who are we? CRT Insight Technology was founded in 2006. Our HQ is in Johor, Malaysia, and we have regional offices in Singapore and KL. So we provide solution as an expert consultation on ERP implementation to meet market businesses in the region. And our solution helps companies to gain control over their core business processes, perfect their supply chains, and realize their organization goals. So why we are called CRT and what does it mean? Our brand promise is to be the team that truly cares and deeply respect the trust that our customer have in us, and care, respect, and trust are also practiced internally within our organization, allowing us to reach greater heights. Okay, so these are some of the industry that we serve: manufacturing and life science, engineering, distribution, building materials, construction. That being said, that these are not the only industry that we work with. In fact, we serve a multitude of different industry as well. Okay. So here are the solutions and services that we provide, such as business consulting, business analysis, ERP system like Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central that I'll be showing you today. And Microsoft 365 solutions such as Office 365, Power BI, etc. We also build custom software and mobile application. And we have a dedicated help desk support team that provides technical and functional assistance, sort of like your outsourced IT team. Okay. Next, let us proceed now to our topics today. First, I will discuss what is production families, okay, and how it can help you to actually optimize your processes, and what application and industry application that it can apply to. Okay. And then I will show you how BC can actually help you to manage the production family. We will cover this by looking at the prerequisite and setup needs in BC. And the business demo flow with a demo on BC version 180. And we will end off this session with summary and Q&A segment to answer any of your questions and queries. Okay. Okay, now what exactly is production family? Okay, a production family is a group of individual items whose relationship is based on the similarity of their manufacturing processes. And by forming production families, some items can be manufactured twice or more in one production, which will optimize your material consumption. So having read this, maybe some of you may not fully understand what it means. Let me give you an example of this process. Okay, let's take an example of a 3-meter metal rod in this case. This metal rod is considered as a raw material, which goes through a similar process of which is called the cutting process. Okay, and after going through the cutting process, it forms new products with different specifications. For example, product A, which is 1.5 meters, and product B, which can be 1 meter, and product C, 0.5 meter. So this is actually, this is what it's all about for production families. Okay, and production families application, I guess by now many of you already understand what is production family. So now, which industry can production family be used to apply? Okay, the very first industry that I can think of is actually metal stamping and forming industry. So for example, I have one piece of metal sheet, stamping sheet, okay, and it's actually a raw material, which in this case is a piece of metal sheet. So this metal sheet is being processed using a single stamping machine, which is mounted with 3 different tooling. Okay, so with tooling A, it can produce an output of product A, which is 5 pieces, and product B, which can be 10 pieces, and product C, which can be 2 pieces. So with this, you can see that it's actually going through one single machine cycle, and it can produce 3 different products out of this tooling. Okay. Another example will be actually injection molding industry, where plastic resins or pellet is being melted at high temperature, which will then be injected into a forming tool, which is your mold tool here, and to form a product or different products. So I'm sure that many people actually play Lego, and you will know that not every Lego pieces needs to be in the same quantity in order for you to complete a piece of artifact. And Lego pieces can come in different color, shapes, and sizes. So you can see that from a plastic pellets or resin being melted and injected into a mold tool, which can form into 2 different products. For example, Lego A is 4 pieces and Lego B is 4 pieces. So under a single process, single machine cycle. Okay. So another industry, which is the pad printing and spray industry. With the single machine cycle and spray process, processes 2 different products can be manufactured. Let's take a look at this illustration. Okay, for example, we have now the ink and the paint as my raw material, and it goes into my pad printing machine. Okay, or some industry actually call them as tempo printing, and it can produce different products such as A and B with different printing. Okay, same goes into the spray process. Okay, with 2 different products which can be produced, which is product A and product B, and producing in the same color. So you will realize that all the industry that that goes through actually optimize the material consumption. Okay. So now, production family prerequisite. Now we'll come to this segment where we will discuss what is needed to set up for us to perform production family transaction in Business Central. This will be further elaborated or shown during my demonstration later. Okay, so what we need for production family prerequisite. First, we need to set up the list of items, okay, which will include our raw material and FGs, bill of materials in short, we call it BOM. which is also necessary for output and consumption. And this the production bill of material and production routing. And production routing, which it can also be known as the process that the material goes through in order to produce product families. So this is also very critical, which is families, which is what we need to define in the system in order for us to process and to for BC to actually take place for this transaction. Okay. Now, let's have a guess which industry I will be using as an example for today. I will not be using metal stamping, injection molding, pet printing, and spray. I want to use something that is actually more related to our life, which is related to the food that we eat. Okay, yes, that is a chicken slaughterhouse. So how is it related to production family? So let's take a look at the chicken. Okay, so in this case, chicken is actually the raw material, which will be processed through by chopping, and it will goes into produce an output of a 2 chicken wing, 2 chicken thigh, 1 portion of the breast, chicken breast, and 2 chicken feet, all by the same process known as chopping. Okay, and at the end of this the transaction, you will be able to see that the whole chicken will be actually consumed by the system. Okay, next. Okay, this will be the demo flow that I will go through for today's demo. First, imagine that actually I'm a salesperson going to customer place to take orders from customer. Okay, and after taking orders, slaughtering process will actually take place, and final product will be delivered to my customers. Okay. Now I will actually start through the demonstration. Okay. Okay. So now I am the salesperson and I'm going to visit my customer, which is called the food catering service. So, and the boss was telling me that he needs to order some chicken parts for a company function tonight. So with this, I can simply log into Business Central using my mobile application, which is available in Android and iOS. So currently I am using an Android device for this demo. I can now go and check my inventory by going through the item list. Okay. Select the item list. I can search for chicken, for example. Okay, you can see that I have an inventory of chicken of 5 pieces. That means I have 5 chickens available. And I do not have any inventory for my wings, thigh, even for my chicken breast and feet. I do not have any inventory. Okay, so what I can do now is that I can create a sales order based on the customer requirement. Okay, I can actually just select my sales order and create a new sales order. So the boss will start telling me, and my customer is actually how I'm at, for example, food catering. Okay, so the boss start to tell me what are the chicken parts that he needs. So I can actually create my line item. For example, to look for, let's say he wants a chicken wing. Okay, and the quantity that he wants is actually 10. Enter the quantity as 10. Okay. Okay, I can go to, okay, and he mentioned that he also want other items like chicken thigh, also quantity of 10 pieces. I can add some more to my list. About 5. Can add one more, like last item, which is the chicken feet. Okay, with this, I've completed my sales order. Okay, you can see that the sales price can be maintained within the system itself, and it will actually appears with a total price from the system, and I can actually send my order confirmation to my customer on the mobile as well. And if let's say approval workflow is actually being set up, I can send my sales order for approval, and I can send my email confirmation to my customer. Okay, so with this, I can just send my email confirmation. Okay, so with this, I've completed my transaction in my mobile. Okay, let's take a look at the transaction that we have created in Business Central. Okay, just now you remember that I actually sent an email to my customers. So now I will actually receive my email, and you can see that it comes into my inbox, and it's actually a sales order, and it's an order confirmation, and I can view my sales order confirmation, and what is the price and what are the items that is actually reflected to my customer. Okay. And with this, I can go into take a look at my sales order that was created. I can use the search function. Okay, with this, I'll be able to view my sales order. Okay, which is actually created from my mobile, and it comes into seamlessly, it comes into my PC environment. Okay, so now I've completed my sales order. So remember earlier that I mentioned that that I will show you the prerequisite that for the setup of the production family. So in the system itself, okay, you can see that from the item list, okay, I can actually filter to my items that I want to see only. For example, trade chicken, you can see that my chicken have an inventory of 5. I do not have any other inventory for my wing, thigh, breast, and feet. Okay, so what I can do is that I can actually go into my item card here. Okay, and you can view all the pictures that can be uploaded. Okay, and you can see that the chicken is actually still running around, happily doesn't know that it's going to slaughter within the next few minutes. Okay, you can have chicken wings also. So these are the few things that needs to set up in the system. Okay, and I can have my production bomb. Okay, which is actually a preset out for my chicken wing. What is the bomb? Okay, my chicken thigh, my chicken breast, and chicken feet as well. So all bomb is being set up, and I can actually view my routing as well. Okay, so I'll be using the routing as chopping for today. You can see that I can actually identify it as a work center thing. Okay. So with this all in place, now the important part is the families. Okay, let's take a look. I've created one family here with chicken. And we can see the routing, which is really linked to the chopping. Okay. And with that, you can see that here in one chicken, I can actually produce 2 chicken wing, 2 chicken thigh, 1 portion of the breast, and 2 chicken feet. Okay, so that's all that needs to be set up within the system. So now, how to actually create a production order? So I can go to release production order. Okay, in this production order, I can create a new production order. Okay, and for items, I will not be selecting an item, I will be selecting family. Okay, and my source will be the chicken. Okay, so based on this, I will actually input what is the quantity that I want to process. So I have currently 5 chickens available in my inventory. So I will actually input as 5. I want to process these 5 chicken. So by simply refreshing my production order, you can see that out of these 5 chicken, I'll be able to produce 10 chicken wing, 10 chicken thigh, 5 chicken breast, and 10 chicken feet. Okay, so this is what can be done. Okay, so with this, now I will have to start to post my output. So I just proceed with my production journal and just post my output of these 10 pieces. Okay, so I got my wings already. Now I'm going to chop the chicken thigh. Okay, this also being processed. Now the chicken breast. And finally, my chicken feet. Okay, I finish posting my output, and I can actually change my status and finish my production order. Okay, so I've already completed my production order. Let's take a look at my items. Okay. Okay, you can see that now my inventory of the chicken is become 0. And I have increased my inventory for my chicken wing, my thigh, and chicken breast, and also chicken feet, because my 5 chicken already processed. So it will actually consume my chicken and produce 4 different chicken parts, okay, for me to actually make my sales. So now I can actually go back to my sales order. Okay, catering service. Okay, now I have my quantity available. I can start to post my shipment. I can actually post and send. Okay, this I can ship and invoice together. And I can, with this, I can send email, send my sales invoice directly to my customer as well. And also my sales DO. I can send email as well. Okay, so done. Let's take a look at my email. Okay, you can see that this email comes in, which is initially is my sales order confirmation. Now I have my sales invoice, okay, for my customer. And I also have my sales shipment document, which can be emailed to my customer as well. Okay. Okay, with this, I've completed my demonstration in BC. Let me go back to my slides. Okay, just now we have seen mobile sales order creation, actually within using the mobile screen. Okay, and we actually go through the production, the item, and also the production bomb. We also go through the routing and also the families, that how it's being created. Okay, and I go through a process of production order, how we actually create production order, and a sales order process where I perform a shipment. Okay, to summarize, uh, today we have covered production family and how PC handles it using families in the production order. So it helps companies to actually optimize the material consumption with manufacturing costs being captured within the system. So we also provide some example of the industries that can be used, that can use family in PC to actually manage their business, especially in manufacturing aspect. And of course, there may be more industry that needs this function or may have other manufacturing process. We welcome them to actually seek inquiries as well. Okay, so the demonstration of the mobile application shows the enhancement of operation efficiency, productivity improvements, and streamlining your supply chain and improving decision-making speed and accuracy. Okay, and followed by a BC demo for the production family. Okay, so Dynamic 365 Business Central is actually an ERP system designed specially for small and mid-sized businesses. It's designed to connect data from different business areas in your manufacturing companies and store it in a centralized database. So this allows your teams to have all the information that they need about code, production order, and even routing. So this single source of truth also allow business owners and managers to get a complete 360-degree overview of their operation.